Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Andrew. Do you know Andrew? He works here, Dan?
No. Hope you had a great weekend, and if you're still eating leftover turkey, well, you should probably throw that out by now. Although my mom in her fridge, she thinks it's good if it's refrigerated. You're good for a couple months.
Couple of months in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the refrigerator.
Welcome to SportsCenter. I'm Dan. He's Jay. Only one Canadian team in action in the NHL. We're going to get to all your NFL highlights in a second.
Yes.
Or we're going to start with puck because, well, we live in Canada.
Yes, we do. Because we're going to get to the baseball playoffs, too. But we got to go with the Jets, starting a 6-game homestand against Carolina. Dan, they're wearing the new Aviator alternates for the first time. Your thoughts?
I like them.
Nice colors. I think they look great on the ice, actually. Skip to the second period. Nick Ehlers and Patrick Laine. 2-0. This is a guaranteed go. No. Peter Mrazek. Jets have won 10 consecutive at home dating back to last season, by the way. Laurent Brossoit, the former Oilers backup, is now the Jets backup. And here, makes a save, plays stop. Why? Because Brossoit, the top strap on his pad came off. Get some better strap spot. They're having a good laugh about it. Connor Hellebuck's like, I don't have to play tonight. I don't care. Early third. Jets power play. Blake Wheeler to Laine to the back of the net. His first goal since the season opener. The Canes would tie it. Then with under 3 to play, Brian Little, friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan. No use calling because the sky is falling, and I'm getting pretty near the end. Little has his first of the season. Kyle Connor, an empty netter.
David Price in the postseason. They go together like drinking orange juice after brushing your teeth. Price 0-9 with a 6.03 ERA and 10 postseason starts. This is a guy who has 143 wins in the majors. And now, whenever Price gets to the postseason, it's all anyone wants to talk about. The Red Sox, despite that record, sticking with their $217 million man. Yes, he makes $217 million in this contract that he's in. In his lone postseason start this year, Price surrendered 3 runs and 2 homers over just 1 2/3. In this first, Price issues a pair of 2-out walks, freezes Yuli Gurriel with the inside fastball, throws the heater past Tyler White. Former Cy Young winner manages to escape the inning unscathed. In the second, Astros with 2 in scoring position.
Springer with the 2
George Springer.
It was 1 for 3, did walk twice.
Down the line and right, fought it off. Both runs come around to score. Springer sets a franchise record with an 11-game postseason hit streak. It's tied at 2. Top 3. Price facing Marwin Gonzalez with 1 on. That's the 15th home run allowed by Price over 78 postseason innings. Price allowed 4 earned over 4 2/3. Bottom half. 1 on. Gonzalez crashes into the scoreboard. Yeah, he injured himself there. Steve Pearce ends up with a double. Gonzalez was down for a few minutes, but did stay in the game. 3 batters later, bases loaded for Jackie Bradley Jr. Hits it off the monster. Watch the ball. It bounces, then rolls along the padding on top of the wall. All 3 runs score as Boston takes the lead. Weird dimensions, you get weird bounces. Cole allows 5 runs, the most of any start this season. Red Sox up 7-4 in the 9th. Craig Kimbrell in to close it out. It's always interesting. With 1 on and 2 out, Jose Altuve takes him off the monster. Springer scores, so the tying run comes to the plate. And Alex Bregman, he can, warning track, Pele. Red Sox even the series at 1, and here is a very happy David Price.
Bill Belichick certainly had some interesting things to say about Patrick Mahomes and the undefeated Chiefs ahead of their matchup Sunday night.
I feel like we're playing Kansas City.
Yeah, that was a test to make sure you were paying attention. Bill's never said anything interesting about anyone. So here we go. Chiefs and Pats. Mahomes leading the league with 14 touchdowns. First quarter. Picked up by Dante Hightower. Tom Brady. 199 regular season wins. There's Julian Edelman. 17-yard score, 17-6. Pats. Back to Mahomes. Just before the half.
Mahomes stepping up.
Trying to force it to friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan. Travis Kelce. Ball is tipped and picked off by Deron Harmon. So Mahomes picked off twice in the first half. He's looking to get back on track the third. Mahomes out of the pocket. Looking for Kareem Hunt. And that's a 67-yard catch and run. And that's going to cut the lead to 8. This was a very exciting Sunday nighter that looked like it was getting away from the Chiefs. But KC, their defense really stepped up. Brady can't find anybody, gets stripped. The Chiefs would recover. They'd take over in Pat's territory. 4 plays after that, Tyreek Hill. Just too quick. Chiefs are now down by 1. Then in the fourth, after a long kickoff return, gave KC great field position. Mahomes to Hill again. The Chiefs come back from 15 down, and they are now up by 3. 5 minutes to play. Brady going to take it in himself. Dive in for the touchdown. Yeah, now Breeland Speaks had Brady wrapped up, but he let him go because he thought he had thrown the football and didn't want to get a roughing the passer penalty. That's how stupid that roughing the passer penalty is. This Al Michaels, he loves to gamble. Mahomes and Hill connecting with their 3rd touchdown of the half. It's now tied at 40, but come on. Under a minute to play. How does Rob Gronkowski get this wide open? That would set up Stephen Gostkowski from 28 yards out, and you already know what happened. The Patriots hang on to win a very important game and hand Kansas City their first loss of this NFL season.
This is what it looked like in Denver Sunday morning. It stopped snowing by game time, but still -4 Celsius at kickoff. The coldest October game in Denver since 1969. It's the Rams and Broncos. Second quarter, Rams up 3. Todd Gurley cuts to the middle, sheds a few tackles, picks up 29 of his 88 first-half rushing yards. The Rams sealed the win last week with a 4th down conversion on their own 42 in the red zone. Sean McVay stays aggressive on 4th and inches. Hand off to Gurley. Yeah, he's not going to settle for a first down. He's in for his league-leading 10th touchdown. Gurley's now scored in 9 straight games, tying the franchise record set by Marshall Faulk in 2002. LA up 10. Third quarter, Gurley punches in his 2nd major of the game. His 11th touchdown already, the most through 6 games since Sean Alexander had 12 in his MVP season in 2005. 7-point game in the fourth. Gurley. Yeah, he had a career-high 208 rushing yards. The Rams sealed it with a field goal as they remain undefeated.
Steelers and Bengals, and this is really amazing stuff. Ryan Shazier walking out onto the field in the same stadium. He suffered a devastating spinal cord injury last December. Doctors feared he might not walk again. Isn't that amazing? First drive between these two AFC North rivals, Juju Smith-Schuster and Dre Kirkpatrick. Going back to January 2016, the AFC wildcard game, Vontaze Burfict with a hit to the head on Antonio Brown. Brown was concussed. Burfict, one of his many suspensions. He was suspended 3 games there. Third quarter, Roethlisberger to Brown, and Burfict again with the late hit. Hits Brown in the head again. No penalty called on the play.
That's one way to get him.
Brown sent to the sidelines, was okay to return. That's the good news. Steelers up by 6, fourth quarter now. By the way, the Bengals, look at that on the screen there. Most comeback wins after trailing in the fourth quarter since 2017. Joe Mixon, since he takes the lead, but they've left some significant time on the clock for Big Ben. 14-2 in his career in Cincy. 7 game-winning drives against the Bengals in the fourth quarter or overtime. 22 seconds remaining. Smith-Schuster over the middle. Steelers are in field goal range with 15 seconds to go, but they're not going to settle for that. Roethlisberger, 8th game-winning drive against Cincy in the fourth quarter or overtime. Steelers win 28-21. More pushing and shoving after the game, though. Dan, you maintain those are the same thing. You're watching Jay and Dan. CONCACAF Women's Championship semifinals. It's Canada against Panama. Christine Sinclair. 9 international goals back of tying Abby Wambach's all-time record. Canada on the board in the 44th thanks to Sinclair. In the second, 47th minute, Jessie Fleming will double the lead. Then just 2 minutes after that, Michelle Prince will send one into the box, and it's Sinclair again. And it just looks so easy. 7 back of Wambach's all-time record, and the offense will keep coming in the 58th. Janine Becky, her team-leading 23rd goal since she was left off the 2015 World Cup roster. That made it 5-0, then 6-0 Canada. Adriana Leon, her tournament-leading 6th goal. Canada clinches a spot in next year's Women's World Cup. They'll face the USA in Wednesday's final. Oh, we're walking over. What's our sponsorship this week? It's Van Vliet Quality Meats. All right. Here we go.
Cogliano closing in on, he's going to hit 900 games played this year?
Yeah, like what a career he has had. It's pretty impressive. The Iron Man of the NHL for a long, long time, till last year. Right?
Yeah. Florida's Mike Matheson is going to have a phone hearing with the Department of Player Safety Monday after his hit on Vancouver's Elias Pettersson. Pettersson appeared to hit his head on the ice as a result of the hit and was forced to leave the game. 19-year-old leads all rookies in goals. He's got 5, and points. He's got 8. Matheson was not penalized on the play. So now everyone is saying the league, they've got to discipline the guy because the Canucks did not take it in their own hands to discipline him themselves.
Travis Green saying afterward it's a dirty play. The league's trying to protect the good young players, and that's just a dirty play. Matheson's never been suspended, but he was fined for diving once. After the Leafs defeated the Washington Capitals, I called them the Leaves, 4-2 on Saturday night. That is what they should be called. That's the plural of Leaf. Caps forward Lars Eller, unimpressed by Toronto after losing to Toronto, said, we were just playing against Crosby and Malkin, so everything kind of drops off from there. It's not that special, to be honest. It's a good team, like a lot of others. They'll probably be a playoff team, I would think. Seems like he was backtracking a bit at the end there.
You can't let Leafs Nation have their fun. At this point, I'm just like, let them have their fun.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing great. But, Dan, this is my thing about Lars Eller, if I could just pontificate about Lars for a second. Lars Eller is that buddy in your friendship group who goes out, has that one too many beer at the club, and then says something to that guy who he shouldn't say it to. Like Leaf Nation, shouldn't be saying that. Brad Marchand, look what happened when he said something to him. This is what happened. And this is what happens to your buddy when he does that, right? And then you got to pick him up off the concrete, put him in a cab from Uber, send him home looking like that.
And the Uber guy's like, yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks a bunch. I'm just trying to, this is just my side hustle. I'm just trying to make a little extra money. And you send Lars Eller into my Uber.
Pens defenseman Justin Schultz, he's believed to have suffered a fracture in his left leg or ankle on Saturday. That's according to Bob McKenzie. Schultz fell awkwardly after a Thomas Plekanec hit in the corner, had to be helped off the ice. No official word from the Pens about the injuries. Expected to miss, though, a significant amount of time. He was spotted leaving Bell Center late Saturday on crutches. He was wearing a walking boot. Both of those put together equals no good.
Jamie Oleksiak expected to jump back into the top 6 now with the Pens. I couldn't believe that Schultz is in his 4th season with Pittsburgh. Time really flies, doesn't it, Dan?
It does.
The NBA season is set to tip off on Tuesday. Jimmy Butler is still with the Timberwolves. With trade talks stalling, Butler, he met with owner Glen Taylor. He's going to be there Wednesday when the T-Wolves face the Spurs. He's a really interesting guy. I would like to see, just spitballing here, cameras follow him the whole year.
Well, right? T-Wolves basketball's must-see TV now.
I guess so. Yeah, they're definitely pretty interesting. And they got Karl Anthony Towns, and they got Andrew Wiggins. Tim Hortons NHL trading cards are back. They're available right now at Tim Hortons for $1 with a qualifying drink purchase. Dan, I should mention
what's that?
That we have a lot of young fans who love to watch us open the hockey cards. You got this tweet. My youngest was just telling me what cards you guys open from Tim's on the segment. Sorry, Dan, he refers to you as the old guy. and Jay as the tall guy. That's what they were going to, when we came back to Canada, they were like, do you want to call it the old guy and the tall guy? We're like, maybe in 10 years we'll do that.
We get a little Braden Point there.
Ooh, that's cool.
Who
What's
we
that?
got? It's an all-star one.
Sid Crosby. Well, that'll
Whoa.
make up for the one
How-
that Tim stole.
How bad are those jerseys?
Yeah, they're awful. Taylor Hall. There it is. Hart Trophy. Superstar Showcase. Okay, here's me. I've got new,
the new
Islanders
captain.
new captain of your New York Islanders, Anders Lee. Got a little Jonathan Drouin for you Habs fans.
Duran's got a mullet going.
Yeah, he does. It looks good. And how about this one? I have a feeling once again, Toolsy, I'm not going to walk out of here with this one because we've got Mitchell Marner, maybe the greatest actor in the history of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that's saying something.
Yes.
Dougie Gilmour did some great milk ads back in the day, but Marner with that insurance ad really
Is he still doing them?
I hope so.
I haven't seen them.
Well, yeah, I think they had like a run. But if that insurance company, I don't know what company it was, if they don't get him back to keep that going, they're missing out on a big opportunity.
Or if you need people a lot cheaper,
Yeah, we'll do it.
we do anything for
We
money.
should do more ads. Come on, people. Coming back, the Nathan Peterman era is back in Buffalo.
Seahawks and Raiders from Wembley Stadium in London. 19th regular season game at Wembley. Second quarter, Seattle up 7-0. Russell Wilson can't handle the snap, picks it up, buys time, hits David Moore in the end zone. He tumbles into the barrier, into the photographers. Hello, you broke my picture maker. Moore's third touchdown of the season, 14-0 Seahawks. Derek Carr to Amari Cooper. Gets hit by Bradley Dougal. There was no flag on the play despite helmet-to-helmet contact. Cooper was able to get up but did not return to the game. He had a concussion. First play of the fourth quarter. Wilson, while getting taken down, hits Tyler Lockett for the score. Lockett has a touchdown in 5 of 6 games this season. Wilson had 3 passing touchdowns in the game. Hawks in complete control. Fourth quarter. Carr scrambles, gets sacked. Seattle had 6 total sacks in the game. Carr came up holding his arm. Watch his face here at the end of this play. Man, things are not going well in Raider Nation. Said after the game, just a bruise, I'll be all right. Raiders lost 27-3. NFL record crowd of 85,000. Raiders 1-5.
Lost in the fact that Drew Brees broke the NFL's all-time passing and touchdown record last Monday was the fact that their opponent, the Washington Redskins, were absolute especially Josh Norman, who, after getting benched, spent most of the game watching and then fought a losing battle with his own jersey when it was all over. Redskins were hosting Carolina in Week 6. Head coach Jay Gruden especially frustrated with that loss, saying it was an absolute embarrassment. Our whole team played poorly. It's a reflection of myself, everybody in that locker room. Hopefully, we'll say that they have to play better. Yeah, I read that incorrectly. Everybody in that locker room hopefully will say that they have to play better. I paused in the wrong places. This is a beautiful catch by Jordan Reed, the tight end for your Washington team. First down, and then on the 12th play of that same drive, Alex Smith to Paul Richardson. Smith failed to throw a TD against the Saints last Monday. He's got 2 in the opening quarter. Panthers trying to get something going. Cam Newton hit as he throws. Picked off by who else? Josh Norman, friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan. First interception in 20 games. Washington would not capitalize, but on the next Panthers possession, Newton complete, but the rookie Moore puts it on the turf, and check out who forced it. 7th forced fumble of Josh Norman's career. Big bounce back week for Washington. They end their 5-game losing streak to the Panthers.
So Eric Amarola snaps a 149-race winless streak, guarantees a spot in next playoff round. He's sponsored by a company that they're big into bacon, and his nickname is Bacon Boy. So someone won a lifetime supply of bacon. That'd be pretty good.
Someone did win that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, here we go. It's Jane Dan Mailbag. These are letters that you sent us via Twitter. Thumpy Scarefoot asks, since it's the spooky season, what was your all-time favorite Halloween costume from your past, Dan?
Okay, I think we have a picture one. I forgot that it was Halloween. I had to make my own. So there, just got some green paint. It looks like a salad bowl.
So many things to
tin foil, garbage bag, and a wig.
First of all, forget about how bad this costume is. You forgot it was Halloween and you were a kid?
I probably hadn't planned it, like most things.
Oh, really? You hadn't planned this? Hot mess where you look like a cross between... okay. Producer Tim wants us to keep going. This is my favorite, where I stole the London Bobby costume that we used at our coverage of the London Olympics from TSN. I used it, and that's my wife.
My wife.
There, she's a scary robber. Tammy Eric wants to know, if you're pick one song to describe your life, what would it be?
For me, Crank It, guys. This guy. This
Tim,
guy.
what was mine?
What's Dan's?
Oh, I mailed it to Tim.
You don't know what your own song is? Great Balls of Fire?
Great Balls of Fire.
Really? Jerry Lee?
Well, to describe our life, Adam.
Great Balls of Fire. What?
I don't know.
That's so weird and random.
Oh, okay, we got Tim speed us along.
Finally, Sir Lance-a-Lot asks, what animal deserves to have a sports team named after it? So if ducks can make it and gophers can make it, what should be a sports team nickname?
Mine is brilliant. Hyenas, because they're ferocious and they laugh.
That's actually a good one.
So Hamilton Hyenas,
I
when
like
they get that NHL
Yeah, so when they get an NHL franchise, should be any day now. And for me, it's Guppies. This has been the Jay and Dan mailbag. Actual letters from viewers like you. Keep sending them in to our Twitter account, @Jay and Dan.
I think that's like a division, because you have like tadpoles, you have guppies, something like that, isn't it?
You can have a Bubble Guppies tie-in.
It's coming up. Jenny's.
So the Jannies, our favorite and least favorite plays from Sunday. Mitch Trubisky. Taylor Gabriel dives and makes the catch. Gabriel, nicely done.
Kirk Cousins looking for Adam Thielen. Thielen has to come back for it, makes the catch. They're calling it the catch of the year.
What about Taylor Gabriel? Looked like Tony Gabriel. Oh, what happens here? Borna Koric facing Novak Djokovic. You blew it, Borna!
Sharks and Devils. Martin Jones. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Larceny. Chipping from just off the green. Oh, boy.
Oh, God, that's on right level right
We've
there.
all been there, haven't we?
Oh, God, what was that? Big Ben to Juju Smith-Schuster over the top, and yeah, that is a touchdown. Contentious game, heated rivalry. That's that whole section of the show right there. That's it. So we're going to take another commercial break.
Well, you need to rest up, because we're finishing this one strong.
Ooh, it's good. Quick, you blew it. Dan, you called Bradley Dougal. You called dolphins fish. They're mammals. You said gone quicker than roadkill stew at a hillbilly baptism. You say you blew it. I think that's something you always say. And the last Jenny wasn't a touchdown. I blew it. Also, Lane Lizitza asked Gord Miller, if you owned a cottage, would you invite Dan? Gord replied, never. And Jay can stay home, too.
Thanks a lot, Gordo.
Yeah, I always thought Gord was so supportive of us. And here's Glen, camera guy Glen, 45 years at this network. Incredible. As of today, October 15th, 1974, he's the best.
What a weekend it was.